On a quiet night in Northern California in the late 1960s, a sinister shadow lurked behind the peaceful suburbs, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. What began as an ordinary evening for young couples would soon become the opening chapter of one of America's most terrifying and unsolved crimes, the case of the Zodiac Killer. A murderer who didn't just kill, he communicated, taunted, and played games with the police, the media, and the entire nation. The story began on December 20th, 1968. Teenagers Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday drove out to a quiet lover's lane near Lake Herman Road. It was supposed to be a simple night out, a short escape from their everyday lives. But a few hours later, their bodies were discovered beside their car, one shot at close range, the other killed while trying to flee. The killer left no fingerprints, no footprints, no trace. But he left behind something far more chilling, a mystery that would grow darker with each passing year. 7 months later, on July 4th, 1969, another couple, Darlene Ferrin and Mike Mago, were ambushed while sitting in a parked car in Vallejo. The attacker approached from behind, shining a flashlight directly into their eyes before opening fire. Darlene died instantly. Mike survived the attack. Minutes after the shooting, a call was made to the Vallejo Police Department. The male voice on the phone confessed, "I shot them, and I killed those kids last year." It was the first time the world heard the voice of the man who would soon call himself Zodiac. But it wasn't the murders alone that made this case so infamous. It was the letters. Dozens of them. Typed, handwritten, mailed to newspapers, filled with cryptic symbols, taunts, and riddles. On August 1st, 1969, 3 major newspapers in the Bay Area received nearly identical letters. Each began with the same ominous greeting, "Dear Editor, this is the Zodiac speaking." Inside each envelope was a piece of a cipher, patterns of squares, circles, triangles, and strange characters. It was a puzzle the killer promised would reveal his identity, if solved. But he added a chilling warning, "If you do not print this code, I will go on a kill rampage." The newspapers printed the cipher, and within days, a high school teacher and his wife solved it. Instead of a name, they found a disturbing message, "I like killing people because it is so much fun." The killer described murder as the most thrilling experience, comparing it to a game. And he claimed he was collecting slaves for the afterlife. As police worked tirelessly, tracking tips, chasing clues, interviewing suspects, the Zodiac continued his terror. He changed weapons, changed locations, and changed methods. He attacked couples, lone individuals, even hijacked cars. But his favorite weapon wasn't a gun or knife. It was fear. On September 27, 1969, Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard were picnicking at Lake Berryessa when a hooded man approached. His black mask had a white Zodiac-style symbol on the front. He tied the couple up and stabbed them repeatedly. Before leaving, he wrote a message on their car door, Zodiac followed by the dates of his previous crimes. Cecilia died. Brian survived, becoming one of the few who saw the killer up close. Only 2 weeks later, a cab driver named Paul Stein was shot in San Francisco. The killer calmly wiped the taxi's interior, tore off a piece of Stein's shirt, and walked away before police arrived. Days later, newspapers received another Zodiac letter, this time containing the missing piece of the murdered cab driver's shirt. The message was clear, "You cannot catch me." The media frenzy exploded. Everyone had a theory. Everyone had a suspect. Police departments formed special task forces. The FBI joined the case. Citizens debated clues, symbols, and handwriting. The Zodiac loved it. The more the public talked about him, the more letters he sent. He threatened to attack school buses. He mocked detectives. He claimed dozens of victims, though only 5 were confirmed. Decades passed. Evidence was collected, re-examined, digitized. Suspects came and went. Some became famous simply for being suspects, but none were ever proven guilty. The Zodiac ciphers continued to confuse experts. One of them, the 340 cipher, remained unsolved for more than 50 years until 2020, when 3 codebreakers finally cracked it. The message again contained no name, only more taunting words. The most frustrating part of the case was this: the Zodiac wanted attention, wanted to be known, wanted to be feared, but not identified. He sent just enough clues to excite the public, but never enough to reveal himself. Even with modern technology, DNA testing, forensic linguistics, digital reconstruction, the identity of the Zodiac Killer remains unknown. Hundreds of theories exist. Was he a loner obsessed with puzzles? A man with military training? A brilliant but disturbed individual who needed the world to witness his cruelty? Or was he someone completely unexpected? Every piece of evidence leads to another question. Every solved cipher creates another puzzle. Every clue opens yet another door to uncertainty. It is a labyrinth with no end. More than 55 years later, the case still haunts America. Books, documentaries, and films continue to analyze his letters, symbols, and patterns. Amateur detectives online still debate theories late into the night. New clues appear, old ones resurface, but the core mystery remains untouched. The Zodiac Killer didn't just commit murders. He wrote himself into history. He created a legacy of fear, a myth of a ghost-like killer who vanished into the world after taunting it. His letters remain in museums. His ciphers are studied in classrooms. His crimes changed the way Americans view random violence. And perhaps the most chilling part of this entire story is this: the Zodiac wanted us to keep searching. He wanted us to keep wondering. He wanted us to keep his story alive. And we have. To this day, his identity remains hidden behind symbols, riddles, and silence. And the world continues to ask the same question: who was the Zodiac Killer, and why was he never caught?
Hello friend, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope all if you are doing great and having an amazing day. My name is Noor Baqi and I am really excited to start this new journey with all if you. You know, this channel is not just about videos, it is about story and ideas and inspiration. I created this channel to sharing something positive every signal week. Sometimes we all need little motivation, and sometimes we just need a good story to smile again. Decide exactly what this channel is all about. You find understanding stories, real life experience, and powerful lessons that again change the way you think. I be uploading new videos regularly, so if you don't want to miss any of them, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and press this bell icon so you get notification when you post something new. You support means everything to me, and to great we can build a community full of partnership, learning, and good vibes. So sit back, relax, and let us begin this amazing journey together. Thank you so much for watching, and welcome once again.